last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die, knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor's sideline, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys have played well in their 2 playoff wins, but they've got a tall task here on Championship Sunday. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys earned the right to host this game, and now just 1 win away from solidifying their spot as the best team in the conference. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And just chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers
now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Did you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
At the 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 43 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. King. Caught by Wilson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown. Give it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. King. Wilson's got it complete.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. King. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to the ground with Hall. He juked him. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now. A great start to this AFC title game. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Get it. Steady.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Ready.
Back to throw. King. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Here we go. Stack.
Operating from the gun. King. He'll try and do this himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Blake groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5. Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this will not be enough. On third and 5, he only gets 3. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Now it's first and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11. At the Jets.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on third and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on third and 2.
first down. An 8-yard pickup.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now back to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Shifts by him. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. Nifty footwork at the 45. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 67 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action. King firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Looking to throw. King. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Okay, break.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw. King. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Here's Bolden to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They stay on the ground. Here's Bolden again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
On 3rd down, McCarthy. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Hold it ready. Get it.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Nothing too fancy, just to carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets it underneath to Hall. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, King. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Ready.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, King. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Camera Wolf. Ready.
Looking to throw. King. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Alex Highsmith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that real. 0 to 100.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. King. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try to field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. Get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Steelers first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one with 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Steelers first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They go play action here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a success. Successful one now. The focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Go.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Cowboy 80.
On first down, right back to Hall. Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. Looking to throw. King. A short one there, caught by Likely. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Come on, come on. Check. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a give to Hall. Well, he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 95 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That went into the hands of Flowers. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
The pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 37-yard line.
King now. Off play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive? Well, answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 18.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Catch is made by Metcalf. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll look to throw here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That's to the sideline and incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover. The game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hawk 70.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Back to throw. King. Well, pressure gets to him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Looking to throw. King. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. King. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. Shoves him aside. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Ready, break!
Now King throwing to start the drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get it! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready, ready?
Back to throw. King. Throw caught by Flowers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. King. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
King off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, first. Goal. If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Here we go, stretch.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the handoff, they start with Bolden. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
18 on the play. 1st down, Steelers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 60, 70,
Here's King. Off play action. That's caught. It's Flowers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Whenever I get your money up, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Put that on everything that I love. Yeah, on everything that I love. Nothing that comes up.
ready, ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Off play action. King. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Work well. You put the chicken lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. King. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Alex Highsmith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. King. Throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McCarthy. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jets 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Hall to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, King. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Come on, come on.
To throw is King. Off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. Wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a time touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready, ready, ready.
A handoff for Hall. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Okay, ready?
This 2nd and 4.
65, Bronco 80. Let's go.
Looking to throw. King. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Grouping for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the fourth quarter as the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. He'll look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jamie Sherwood there to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. He'll drop to throw. A short one there to Fryermuth. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Up the middle they go. It's McCarthy. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
At the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have the Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A gain of 6. That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 19-yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. McCarthy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Quick throw there is incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. It's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. Now a play fake here on first down. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 4. Off the play fake. King. And got his man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
Here's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Back to throw. King. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But maybe he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
They'll drop the throw. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle they go. It's McCarthy. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl.
And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
change. I can feel this fire building up a little while, and when chicken wire, sure enough, it's live, and try to stop it, but I can't. It's calling my name. 'Cause I'm back in the saddle like some old cowboy who dug his way out of his grave. Pulled up his boots, put his one on his hip, climbed up and took hold of the reins. Don't worry where I've been, I'm back in the saddle again.
Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here's the Steelers running back. This might not have looked like much from the beginning, but it is turning into something. He's gone. The Steelers are off to the Super Bowl. They had to win 3 games to get there. They did it, and they'll represent the AFC. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's Jalen Hurts. And this is a touchdown. The Eagles take care of business, and they will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.